Hi, this is Mark Struthers and welcome. Today I'd like to discuss aging and social isolation, which are critical issues that may affect many individuals, leading to a decline in mental, emotional, and physical well-being. In this presentation, we will first understand the biological, psychological, and social aspects of aging. Next, we will examine the impact of social isolation and its effects on mental and physical health, followed by strategies to combat aging and isolation. We will then discuss a supportive environment or how to build a supportive environment as we age. Aging is a complex process that involves biological changes, psychological adaptations, and social implications. Understanding these aspects is crucial to addressing the challenges faced by aging individuals. Here we can see that at one time I was young and in love. Now I'm old and still in love. Biological aging involves the gradual decline of bodily functions and the increased vulnerability to diseases. Cellular aging, hormonal changes, and genetic factors all contribute to this process. We constantly live in the present or the now, but as people age, they may experience psychological changes, including shifts in cognition, emotional regulation, and coping mechanisms. The psychological changes that come with aging. First, cognitive shifts. Aging can lead to changes in cognitive functions such as memory, problem solving, and decision-making abilities. Then we have emotional regulation. Older adults often develop better emotional regulation skills, including greater resilience and coping strategies for managing their emotions. Finally, we talk about coping mechanisms. Aging individuals may adapt new coping mechanisms to deal with life changes and stressors, enhancing their overall well-being in the long run. Let's review some common factors that can significantly impact on an individual's sense of purpose and connectedness. They would be the impact of retirement, the loss of loved ones, and the reduced social circles. As social circles shrink, older adults may struggle with maintaining connections, impacting their sense of purpose and belonging. Social isolation significantly affects older adults. It leads to detrimental health outcomes in many cases. Understanding the impact of loneliness on the elderly is vital to developing effective interventions to prevent some of the negative impacts. Let's take a look at the effects of loneliness on mental health. First, loneliness is significantly linked to higher rates of depression, which leads to feelings of sadness and despair. With increased feelings of loneliness, they can heighten anxiety levels, contributing to a cycle of both isolation and stress. Loneliness can lead to increased rates of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Social connections are essential for emotional well-being, particularly in older adults. Research shows that social isolation can lead to poorer physical health outcomes. Social isolation often leads to a sedentary lifestyle, which can impact your physical health because your body deteriorates without exercise, both physical and mental. Social isolation can lead to poorer physical health outcomes, including higher rates of chronic diseases, lower immunity, and increased mortality rates. One of the sad truths of aging is that you fear senility or dementia or cognitive decline. Cognitive decline is associated with extended periods of isolation. If you engage in social activities, it can help stimulate mental function and mitigate the effects of aging on cognition. While if you remained isolated, you have difficulty in getting the mental stimuli that you may need to remain sharp. Interacting with people is important throughout our entire lifetime, whether infant, child, young adult, adult, or senior. Let's take a look at some of the impact of social isolation, which can affect each one of these different age groups. Social isolation can manifest in many forms, including physical, emotional, and environmental. Each of these will affect an individual. Various factors contribute to an individual's sense of loneliness, including societal factors, familial, and their personal circumstances. So what is the impact of isolation on health? Social isolation can have significant impacts on mental and physical health, leading to increased feelings of anxiety and depression. Case studies reveal how isolation can manifest in different contexts and various factors that contribute to an individual's sense of loneliness. Each of us has a unique social interaction with others, whether friend or family. These interactions can be impacted by loneliness. If we looked at personal narratives of friends and family, trying to shed light on the emotional toll of social isolation, we can find a number of different stories, and these accounts can help us better understand the needs and feelings of isolated individuals. By examining these stories, we can glean valuable lessons about the importance of social connections and the need for supportive interventions to help combat loneliness. To address challenges associated with aging and isolation, we must implement strategies that promote social engagement and facilitate community support. I have found personally, and I'm close to 80 now, late 70s, that having a motorcycle and going out riding allows me to meet other people and engage. A lot of times they'll be very interested in an old man on a motorcycle and stories that I might have to tell. Another strategy that I have promoting social engagement is this YouTube channel. Encouraging social activities, volunteer work, and group interactions can significantly improve the quality of life for older adults. I find that engaging in YouTube and relating experiences of my medical imaging career allows me to interact with people from all over the world. It's just a fact that as we grow older, our mobility decreases and our social interactions decrease, and this can lead to episodes of loneliness. Developing a robust support system is necessary to keeping the individual integrated into society and combating that feeling of fading away or being invisible. Effective interventions such as counseling and support groups can help combat loneliness and foster connections among older individuals. Without having to go to work every day, community centers, recreational programs, and social clubs play an essential role in providing interaction for seniors with other seniors. The role of community centers. Community centers are vital in offering spaces for social interaction and engagement among the residents. We also have recreational programs, and the recreational programs provide structured activities that encourage participation and foster relationships among those members. And finally, we have social clubs and connections. Social clubs and connections bring together people with similar interests, helping to build friendships and reduce the feelings of isolation. Creating a supportive environment is vital for helping older individuals thrive. Family, friends, and even healthcare providers all play significant roles in this process. Family and friends provide essential support that enhance the well-being of everyone, especially in older adults. Family and friends help them feel valued and loved. But it is a sad fact as we get older, our interactions with family and friends become less and less over the years, which results in sometimes the feeling of loneliness. As we age and we begin to deteriorate physically and mentally, what we're going to find is that a lot of our friends and the time we spend with our friends is now being substituted to visits to the healthcare facility and to the healthcare provider. Time is now being spent more with healthcare providers than with friends and family. Healthcare providers can identify signs of isolation and depression in their patients, and they do play a crucial role in connecting individuals to resources and support systems to maintain their health. As we age, we find that our communities change and our group interactions change. Once we were vital parts of a community, a group, or a friendship. But as we age, we find that these different social interactions change somewhat. And once where we were a constructive, vital part of a group, we are now becoming more ignored by the group or even totally ignored by the group for our input. This makes us feel faded or lonely. Building inclusive and accessible communities which encourage participation by older adults helps to combat this feeling. Efforts to eliminate barriers and promote inclusiveness are essential for combating isolation. Aging and isolation are interconnected challenges that require a multifaceted approach to combat the negative effects of both. By raising awareness and implementing supportive strategies, we can improve the quality of life for many individuals.